Yo, what up? It's AaroniMoses. And I got this video request from one of the homies sent me an email. It's cold as hell outside, but I'm gonna still try to bang this out real quick. So, what his email says, hello from New Zealand. What's up, New Zealand? I got supporters, fans all over New Zealand, Australia. My name is Chase. I have a problem that you said you had in one of your other videos when you said your cousin said that you're the smartest dumb nigga he ever knew. I mean, he did say that, so I guess there's no way he would know that. My mates constantly tell me that I think so much that I don't know how to make common sense choices. I live with my mom. I just got home from jail like you, and I'm scared to do anything because I will fuck it up. The last time I worked was months before jail. How do I get from this life? My mates who are depressed are even doing better than me and cannot help me, they say. Just stop thinking so much and humble myself. What should I do? We the bang. Chase. That's amazing. So I read this email, read it, and I don't think that, I mean, you have the same problem that I had. You know, I don't know if I told you guys this, but the reason that I got my second DUI was because I went on the computer and I Googled the probability of me getting a second DUI in less than 30 days. And that's why I got my second DUI in less than 30 days. Because I tried to Google it instead of using common fucking sense. Hey, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You know, the police are out. You're black. It's the suburbs. You got this nice ass car. Hold on. And it just doesn't make sense for you to be drinking and driving and carrying on like you are, right? But I can tell you what I did to start making better choices, because that's what it sounds like you need. You need to start making better choices. It's not that you need to stop thinking or you need to use your intuition any more or any less, but making better decisions, bro. How did I do it? Now, what helped me, the number one thing that helped me make better choices is realizing my motivation. I watched a video by LYFT where pretty much he says motivation is not needed. That all you need is self-discipline and you will succeed. Now, it made sense why he would say that, but motivation helps clear your mind. Motivation helps you stop overthinking things. If you have it doesn't matter if you have the self-discipline to do things, but if you don't have the desire, if you don't have the passion, if you don't have the real drive to do it, it's not gonna matter. I know a lot of people who have a lot of self-discipline that's not about shit. I know a lot of people who make horrible decisions even though they have a lot of self-discipline, and they're fucking stupid. Self-discipline doesn't make you any smarter. It doesn't make you more qualified. The motivation helped me personally to make better decisions. Motivation is fire. Motivation, now I describe motivation as being a feminine trait, but all the elements, earth, air, fire, water, they all have feminine and masculine traits to them. Motivation is gonna help you make better decisions. It helped me. I can't keep saying it enough. It may not help you, but it helped me. One of the things that I disliked about, I'm not gonna say that, but the most annoying thing about my son being born was that people thought I would have this new motivation, and I didn't, because I was being so selfish. I was not motivated to change my life. I was not motivated to get on my grind. I was not motivated to stop drinking and to stop hanging out and just be a different person. I wasn't motivated to do that. It didn't motivate me because of a whole bunch of other stuff that I just never really thought about. And my son being born motivated me to do the opposite. It made me, his birth made me depressed. It motivated me to make worse decisions. It matured me in certain ways, but it motivated me to make worse decisions. The next thing that you need to do hold up, because I wrote this down. The next thing that you need to do is remind yourself. Remind yourself constantly, because motivation is a living thing. It's a living thing. It's a thing. Your motivators, they can be hurt. They can be injured. Bad things can happen that make you less motivated. Okay? So you have to constantly remind yourself. You have to constantly feed that desire. You have to constantly affirm why you're doing things, what you're doing them for, and why they need to be done. Motivation and affirmation have given me clarity. Me being constantly reminded, hey bro, it's cold outside. You don't need to be waiting on this bus, this motherfucking train right here, and it's wintertime, but when it gets warm outside, bad things are gonna happen because this is not the best area, you know? Now, I'm gonna give you 2 more and I'm gonna close it. One thing that changed my life and changed the way that I see goals and how I've been achieving goals my whole life is writing them down. Writing them down helps on a whole different level. Writing your goals down, and you don't even have to be very specific 100%. They could be vague. Get a good job. Get a job that pays $12 an hour. Next, get a second job that pays $10 an hour. So the average of my income will be $11 an hour over 60 hours. And then blah blah blah. If you want to be specific and do the math and do that, that's good too. But you shouldn't be too vague. You know, get a girlfriend that likes me for me and only blah blah blah. No, actually, I do encourage you to be as specific as possible and use logic as far as you making the decisions on what you are going to set your goals as. All right. And next, of course, you're gonna have to work on your self-discipline. I'm not saying that Elliot Host was totally wrong as far as you needing self-discipline, but it goes hand in hand. A lot of people that I know have no self-discipline, but they have a lot of motivation, and that's why they win in life. A lot of people that I know have all the self-discipline in the world. They went to the army, they're army strong, but they're failures. But they don't have anything to their name. They got trained to defend this country with one of the best militaries in the world, but they're still not shit. They're still not doing anything. They're still not even on my level, mentally, emotionally, and their self-discipline goes out the window when their emotions come into play. And if only they would use their emotions to get what they needed and they redirected them, they'd be straight. But they have so much self-discipline and they're not as intelligent as they think, and their motivation does not keep them from doing dumbass shit. Their motivation is not strong enough to give them only a few options. No. They have all this self-discipline and no motivation. And you know what motivation does? Motivation limits your options to do dumbass shit. Motivation gives you a few choices and you pick 1, 2, or 3. When you don't have motivation, you have a lot of choices. And a lot of choices include dumbass shit. So find that motivation, man. Find that motivation, because motivation has limited my options on the stupid shit I can do. Okay, finding that reason to desire, finding that reason to wake the fuck up in the morning. Okay, but it's not even so much a purpose. That's deeper. But straight up motivation. All right, that's it, man. I'm the main, you the main, we the main together, man. Motivation. Peace.